New information coming into our newsroom at this hour on the stabbing death of a 19-year-old Manheim Township woman earlier this week.
14-year-old Claire Miller, who lives here with her family at this home on Clayton Road in Manheim Township, called police a little after 1 a.m. and said she had killed her sister. What could be the motive in this murder?
Hello, and welcome back to Rise in Crime. In this video, we're going to be looking at the case of Claire Miller. Now, this is a story that takes us to Lancaster County, Pennsylvania, and it's as shocking as it is tragic. So, without further ado, let's dive right into it. Lancaster County, known for its rolling farmlands and Amish communities, is generally a quiet place. But in February 2021, something happened that shook this peaceful area to its core. The Miller family lived in a comfortable home. Claire Miller was a typical 14-year-old girl by all outward appearances. She attended school, had friends, and seemed to live a normal teenage life. But on the night of February 22nd, something unimaginable happened. At around 1 a.m., Claire made a chilling 911 call. She told the dispatcher that she had just killed her sister. The police rushed to the scene and found Helen Miller, Claire's 19-year-old sister who had cerebral palsy, dead in her bed. She had been stabbed multiple times in the neck. Claire was immediately taken into custody. Her parents were home at the time, but they were asleep and had no idea what had happened until the police arrived. The question on everyone's mind was, why? What could have driven Claire to commit such a heinous act? Now, before we get into the details, let's take a step back and look at Claire's life. From all accounts, she was a normal, happy teenager. But as we often see in these cases, appearances can be deceiving. Claire was active on social media, sharing snapshots of her life like any other teenager. But there were also darker posts, some hinting at struggles with mental health. Friends and classmates described her as having mood swings and occasionally talking about dark subjects. The investigation revealed that Claire had been struggling with mental health issues for some time. She had been seeing a therapist and was reportedly on medication. But on that night, something snapped. Claire waited until her parents were asleep. She went to the kitchen, took a knife, and went to Helen's room. Helen was asleep when Claire attacked her. Afterward, Claire called 911, her voice calm and detached, as she reported what she had done. During her confession, Claire told the police that she had been contemplating killing her sister for a while. She said she felt overwhelmed by the responsibility of taking care of Helen and felt that she would be free if Helen was gone. Claire's defense argued that she was not in her right mind, that her mental health issues had driven her to a breaking point. The prosecution, however, maintained that Claire knew exactly what she was doing and should be held accountable. But of course, the trial was swift. Claire was charged with criminal homicide, and given the evidence, she was found guilty. The judge considered her age and mental health issues, but ultimately sentenced her to a lengthy stay in a juvenile detention center with the possibility of moving to an adult prison later. It's a heartbreaking case that leaves more questions than answers. What drives a young person to commit such a tragic act? Could this have been prevented if her mental health issues were addressed more thoroughly? As we wrap up this story, it's important to remember the lives lost and the families torn apart by this tragedy. Helen Miller was an innocent victim, and Claire's life is forever changed. This case serves as a stark reminder of the importance of mental health support, especially for young people. So, that's all for this video. Thanks for watching. If you found this story interesting, please hit that like button and subscribe for more true crime stories. And as always, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next one.